right, team. Good morning, everybody. Welcome aboard to the Morning Note. My name is Carlos Garcia. I'm the founder and CEO of Gar Capital. It is Friday, October 4th, 2024. Happy Non-Farm Payroll Jobs Day for everyone who celebrates. First Friday of every month, we talk about the job creation in the United States. It's a very important number now, as of course, as we know, with the Federal Reserve really keeping a focus on the labor market. Well, we got 254,000 jobs added in September, much better than expected. Average hourly earnings are up 4% year over year versus the 3.8 estimate. The previous was 3.9%. Unemployment rate falls to 4.1%. That is great news. Yes, good news is still good news. Futures is up on the news. Dow futures up 270 points. The Nasdaq is up 262 points. S&P futures up 1%. Russell is up 1.66%. 10-year Treasury yield 3.942. That is up. So keep an eye on yields. The dollar index continues to climb higher. We were at what, 100.25? It's jumped up pretty quickly. 1 month highs 102.61. So that's one concern right there. The dollar and yields. We need that to drop, even with Fed cuts that we just got. Volatility index. Remember that $20 level or 20-point level? Well, it's rejecting, now down 8%. Nothing like a good jobs number to nuke the VIX on a Friday. Crude oil is up 0.71%, 74.25 a barrel. We know with the Middle East headlines that we've been having regarding the conflict over there, crude oil and gasoline are going to be volatile. So again, just keep an eye on gasoline and oil, but be very careful trading it. It's going to be a wild one with all the headlines, especially on the weekend. You never know what might happen, and you don't have much control. Gold futures taking a step back, down 0.78%. Again, the good news is the fact that we have the good jobs number. That means maybe more than likely less cuts. Goldman Sachs, I believe, was expecting 50 basis points in November and December. Looks like we're just going to get 25 if this kind of job creation holds. But at least we are cutting rates, but not as fast as maybe people would like. That's why gold is down. That's why the dollar is higher. Less dovishness. Silver futures down 1.5%, 31.98. Copper is up 0.66%. Going to Forex land, 180 pip point drop upside, 148.80. So that's a big move. Again, dollar yen have been very volatile. Bitcoin is up 62,125. That's more of a risk on sentiment. When the Nasdaq's up, Russell's up, Bitcoin and Ethereum, even with the dollar being higher, could catch a bid. Maybe there are some short sellers out there that are just getting squeezed or stopped out or what have you. So that's basically what we've had today in terms of news. One other big piece of news that came out was the EU, European Union, imposing EV tariffs, electric vehicle tariffs, up to 45% on those vehicles. So again, something to think about, something to watch for when looking at Chinese sales data for their EVs or the Chinese economy in general. So that is where we are. A couple of things that I am watching. QQQ, I had calls since last week. Unfortunately, the Tuesday drop hit us, but it is bouncing now. It's basically going to retrace back to where we were just at 6 a.m. 3 days ago, excuse me. So kind of nuked the premiums, unfortunately. We were 20% on Friday. I should have taken that, but we've taken it profits early before. I just thought QQQ as we were going, holding up to that 485 level, we could have got that upside. Now we're getting the breakout of this little channel that we've had of chop since Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Finally getting that pop on some good news. Still need a little more. Above 490 would be nice, but we're quite not there yet. So again, we'll see what the price action does in the morning. I just hope they don't dump it first thing. Metaverse. We do have Meta calls. The 600s hit a new all-time high. Mark Zuckerberg now is the second richest man on planet Earth because of the stock. 585.09 is going to break, so I'll take off that alert. And we have them for next week. So we were pretty much flat yesterday on these calls. These calls were taking a hit. Were hit on Wednesday, but due to the chop nature of the market. But looks like 580, 590 is coming. Oh, we're at 587 right now. Again, pretty standard. You could see that we have really until 607 on Meta. Again, if you remember this type of channel with Microsoft, Google had a channel as well. So very similar price action. Look at Netflix, beautiful upward channel, very bull market-esque. But with that being said, We're looking to take Meta calls today for profit, put a little money in our bank or in our pockets, and we'll leave a runner into next week because that's when they expire. So we'll see what we get with Meta. We should be able to snag that first thing this morning. Let me bring up the 4 hour to give us a little more clarity. Well, the 1 hour is easier. So that's where we are on Meta. Google. Last week we had the 180, or is it the 167.50s, I believe. 167.50s. They were a quick hitter. They moved to 30%. We didn't snag it right away. We had to wait till last Friday, see if we can get a shot. It was red by then, but it did bounce. We got back in again for next week expiry. We bought time this time, and we have the 170 strike. So this is going to break out as well. Google and Meta looking absolutely great. I'm just glad that we got those two to help out what happened with Qs and Tesla. The trade that we had this week was the 280 calls. Again, the roadmap still is the same. We're still looking for this upward gap fill, the 280 strike. We did bounce off the 20-day moving average here on Tesla. So I'm watching that very, very carefully. It is bouncing about $5 this morning. So possible double top on the shorter term, but you could see almost a quad top. Get us above 265.58. I think we get another chance at this one, and we could play Tesla one more time. Tesla has been good to us. It's just with the deliveries, didn't come out well. The goal was to trade it Monday. We've opened it on Monday. We got that push higher on Monday, and then we pulled back. But Tuesday with that slam, that really killed the strategy because the idea was to play the run up to around 270, sell our calls ahead of the deliveries. If it dropped, fine, would be at least covered. But we just got the drop immediately on Tuesday on that Middle East conflict headlines. The market just fell, and then we got that one extra leg lower from the delivery. So that one hurt, unfortunately, but we'll bounce back on that one. Tesla will give us a shot at it just the way Google is giving us a shot like last week. So that's basically where we are. Happy Friday, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Let's see any other questions this morning. So let's go over NASDAQ futures. Let's see here. Last thing I want anyone to say is, oh, I missed it. I didn't get a chance to it. Just wait. In the mornings, I want to take a look at the 5-minute chart. All right, I know this looks crazy, but look at the morning. Drop on Tuesday, drop on Monday, on Wednesday, drop on Wednesday morning. Thursday morning, we got the spike. So we haven't opened yet in the cash session. Don't do anything yet, in my opinion. I think it's just best to just wait. We might just get a pullback down to 20,200 or so, maybe even 150. People taking profits after that NFP number. I don't think rushing into anything right now is smart. If you have Meta calls with us in the server, yes, we're going to take that as soon as possible. We're not going to tempt fate. We're going to take the money in our hand. So just be ready for me. I will let everyone know on the Market Watch channel ahead of time. See, right here, I'll even say this. Heads up, team. So everyone knows this is actually me talking. Heads up, team. Google, Meta, be on the lookout to lock in gains before any kind of screwy price action that may come up. We're looking for 40% plus, but if you're around the 30% land, feel free to lock in gains. We will keep you up to date as always. There you go. And that's to everyone. This is our way, the Discord server, to communicate with our clients. We're not going to leave you behind not knowing what to do. It's not just a service where we're just throwing stuff at the wall and then, oh, well, good luck. No, not anymore. We were going to break down every single thing, what to expect, strategies every week. We're going to do this right. We don't treat this as a hobby. This isn't a hobby. This is a business. So keeping you guys informed, keeping you guys up to date, when to close, when to hold runners. It's all part of the deal to help you guys out. You are not alone. Gar Capital has your back. Good morning. Now we got some questions. FCX, let's see it. We'll bring up FCX. I do have an alert to break. Not yet. Let's bring up the daily. Yeah, you got a couple gaps down here. That's what's concerning, especially if the dollar goes higher. Copper's going to go down, even though copper is up this morning. 54.31. If we can get that break above, then yes. I'll be more than happy to play some calls. But until then, I don't want to get stuck here just reversing this double top. Don't want that to happen. FCX has hurt us before. Runner on those. If you're talking about Google and Meta, absolutely. If you want to go ahead and leave a runner, as always, that's really up to the person, up to the trader. Some people like it. Some people are just like, I just want my money and move on with my day. And that's completely fine. It's really your call. PayPal, is it going to fly? That was on Instagram. It's a little delayed. I'm sorry, guys. Let's take a look at PayPal. Okay. Let's see if we can get above 82. And if we do, we got a nice gap to fill at 84.70. We can play the 85s. Nice upward trend line. But this right here, 82.07, looks to be resistance right around 80. So let's break out of this zone first and fill this gap here at 85. But again, very nice comeback. I mean, of course, when money gets cheaper, inflation goes down. These companies have been brutalized or taken to the woodshed. Look at BABA, nice bounce. I mean, this is what an expansionary monetary policy environment looks like. So just keep that in mind that, yes, you may have to do a little bottom fishing here and there. A couple of names that have been taken, beaten up with the inflationary environment that we had the past 2 years and dealing with Fed rate hikes. Those are going to turn around. You may not get back fully retraced to where it was at the peak, but you will get some relief here and there. Absolutely. All right. Thank you, guys. Microsoft. Let's see it. All right. Looking at Microsoft. I still have my alert here. Again, you see this upward channel? It's looking very, very, very nice. It's holding the 200-day. It is bouncing this morning, but we still need a little more. 446.24. The goal really is to get to 400. That's really it. If we can get to 400, I think that's a buy. Even though it's below the 200-day, that level has been a level of support. You may have maybe 387 as a buffer zone. Use 385 to 400 as a place to maybe add a little more Microsoft. Microsoft is adding more, I guess, exposure, more investing into OpenAI. So they're all in. But did you guys know that the number one customer of NVIDIA, 20% of their sales is one company, Microsoft? So who really owns NVIDIA? The customer. Microsoft does. So hopefully Microsoft keeps up their CapEx. Hopefully they still have the expansionary mindset, the board, and a great CEO, Satya Nadella, keeps it going. We'll see what Microsoft does, but 446 is what we're looking for. Let's take a look at Bitcoin futures. Yeah, same deal. We're looking for a breakout here right around 66K. It's still that downward channel or bull flag if you like. You have your flagpole, you have your downward flag. So again, we're waiting for the breakout. Absolutely. Would love 72 by end of the year. If all goes well with rate cuts, we're looking at possibly 80 to 85 by end of the year. But we need to break above 66 on the future side. If that gives us an opportunity, maybe Mara does something. But look, just downward channel action, downward trend line. Kind of holding that support here right around 14 and a quarter. Nothing much to do there. Coinbase is up this morning, obviously, but break us above 200 and we can do something. Downward breakout. That's basically what Coinbase has been doing. A lot of chop on those. All right. I guess we'll just leave it there. I guess everyone is up to date. All right. So we're all up to date. I'm going to go ahead and catch up with the members on the Discord. I will see you guys, Signal members on the Market Watch channel. Blog is going. Breaking news channel is always going 24/7. Futures team is rocking and rolling. We will see you guys this weekend for our weekly video. Thank you guys so much for watching and subscribing and liking our content. It means the world to me, especially since the company's about to turn 10 years old in a couple weeks. 170.06 is the target on Goog. That's what we're looking for. 170 in the money. All right. Have a great rest of your morning. I will see you guys later on this weekend. Cheers all.